Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am JB the Artist. I'm a streamer on Twitch, and I normally don't make YouTube videos and VTuber drama, but today it has been one thing after another, and I honestly want to keep everybody up to date. I know I'm not entirely super huge, but I really think that um, I want to put my opinion out there on some of the things that I've read, and especially I want to read the statement from Vshojo as a VTuber and kind of go over all the finer combed points of it. So let's go ahead and let's go do that really quickly. So just this afternoon, Vshojo posted a statement, and we're gonna read that. Vshojo has failed, and I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today, I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to say straight up, taking responsibility does not look like this. It does not read like this. Taking responsibility is dealing with the problem before it's a problem, or handling an issue before it's an issue. This isn't taking responsibility. This is a cop-out statement. So we'll continue reading. I've been doing everything. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months. But despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. They sure are. And you don't care about them, because if you did, you yourself would be posting the money to pay these people back. But I'll continue. Over the past few years, we raised around 11 million to pursue a bold, talent-first approach in VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. Our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits, debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. We also wanted talent to own their IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for an agency. However, despite all of our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. This is not them running out of money. This is them running off with other people's money. So, this is just, it's disgusting, because first and foremost, when you're given money, and I've done dono-a-thons, I've done subathons, I've done a-thons for my family, for other people. When you're given that money with the express understanding that you're about to donate it, you don't just fucking run off with the money. You don't just take it and then bounce. That doesn't help. That doesn't help your situation. And one part right here that I really wanna harp on. Um it says our funding went to creators through generous splits. What is generous about a 40, 50, 30% split? What is generous about that? Indie VTubers, by themselves, make 100% of their own money. And they earn that. You did nothing. You did almost nothing. I mean, the most that Vshojo had done was set up these community events, set up concerts, which I will admit takes a lot of money and a lot of patience. But to be honest with you, man, this isn't, that's not $11 million deep. Like that's it's stupid. I'm just gonna keep going. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. Bullshit. I will get to that in a second. At the time, we were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believed, based on information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. Nope. 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 Because I'm going to show y'all a tweet really quickly. Actually, Shy Lily says it best. She says, would we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. Brother, you've somehow been bleeding 11 million while maintaining the most successful and biggest VTuber roster in Western English history, and figured that it'd all go away on its own. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. They bled 11, not a million, which understandably for like so many talents and so many things, like I can understand bleeding through $1 million. That's easy when you have a lot of talent and you have a lot of people to pay out. But $11 million just disappears like a fucking fart in the wind. That's not, this is not how this works. You can't just say that everything is hunky-dory and everything is fine and then just let it go on and go on and go on, and then months later you're like, oh well, I didn't know, it's a fuck up, da 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 da. That's not how this works. This is a cop-out. This is a cop-out if I've ever seen one. This is Bernie Madoff 2.0. He's stealing first off, gun run. You're despicable. You're worse than Bernie Madoff at this point, because you didn't and I understand Bernie Madoff did steal from families all over America back in the day, but this is absolutely fucking abhorrent. You took the money from a VTuber with an immunocompromised disease who suffers every single day, who struggles to have a normal life as a VTuber, and you just straight up stole her money. You stole $500,000 from a charity. Bro, this is worse than stealing candy from a baby. This is worse than that. Like, this is just this is fucked. None of this is okay. Hold on. I'll read the rest of the statement and then I'll continue, and then we'll go into some evidence that proves all of this wrong. They said, I am deeply sorry to all the talent, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Justin Gunrun. No. No. You are not deeply sorry to your talents, because let's go and check out a tweet. We're gonna check out a part of a stream from Silvervale.
And I'd wanted to leave for a while after noticing the lack of payments. But like the culmination of how I was treated really solidified me leaving. And when all of the Wizard Game stuff was happening, if you guys remember that, I know a lot of people think that I had no support, and you can't imagine how true that was. I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming. They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency, but what else do you call being told not to stream? Talent freedom, right?
Okay, so first off, behind all of these closed doors, we never know what's going on. We never know what's said. We never know what's going through someone's head. We hardly know what some of these people go through. And for Silvervale, who has been nothing but a sweetheart in the past, has just broken down on her own stream to sit here and talk so openly and so bravely about what she's been through. This is fucking abhorrent. Like, this is horrible. This is what evil fucking people are. This is like Disney villain evil. This is horrid. Like, how do you call someone a disappointment to the company and then run off with their money? Like, how do you say that the optics don't look good on this? Because she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything wrong. She got harassed for playing Wizard Game, which I have also played here on stream. Sometimes you gotta separate the art from the artist. And for the strict fact is, I liked Harry Potter growing up. I wasn't a big fan of the movies, but I really enjoyed the first half of the game. I never entirely finished it, but to be completely honest with you, I liked it when I played it on stream. It was really fucking fun. But I never in a million years thought someone like Silvervale of all people, to be harassed over nothing. Harassed over literally nothing that she could control. So, this makes this
And I'd wanted
statement,
to leave.
this makes this statement right here invalid. That we, deeply sorry to all talent, staff, and friends, this is the biggest crock of shit I have ever heard in my life. This is disgusting. This is disgusting, Gunrun. This is not okay. Someone who looked up to you, someone who damn near worshipped you, got cussed out pretty much, or not cussed out, but told off that they were bad for the company and that they got put on suspension. But you're not that type of VTuber agency. Come the fuck on, man. Don't do this. Don't do this to people. You don't do this to people. And see, guys, I have been posting about this all day. I have been on this all day. And I only woke up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It is 6:25 right now, as you can see in the bottom right of my corner. I have been on this shit since I woke up. And let's quickly jump over to something I want to show you guys. So here, I want to show you guys something really quickly. This person, June Mooney, Lucky Ian VTuber, they posted something really important. They clearly label out that Ludwig himself, who is an amazing, like, he is huge right now, especially like on YouTube and on Twitch, on all of the platforms he streams on. This guy is fucking huge. He congratulated in this tweet, congratulated Ironmouse for decimating his record and then almost getting past Kai's record. And if you guys look up here, the gun run, he reposted this. So to say that he had no idea that Ironmouse raised that 500,000 for charity is absolutely disgusting, because it's not true. None of it is true. None of this is true. This isn't just a small little white lie, like, oh, I didn't know, it's not that big a deal, I'm sorry, I wish I'd have known. No, this is $500,000 to the IDF, let me not abbreviate that, the Immunodeficiency Foundation, and they deal with sick kids who can't, or well, not just sick kids, but sick people who can't go out on their own, that need plasma donations to survive, and they just stole that. They just robbed it. Not only did they steal from the Immunodeficiency Foundation, but they stole from companies who donated, like GamerSups. They ended up donating like $15,000, or some of these other folks that donated tens of thousands of dollars just to meet that 500,000 goal. Bro, it is so crazy that in today, especially in VTubing, that people think that they can get away with this shit. That they can just get away with harassing their talent, harassing their own people, taking money from them, then running off and saying, oh, well, that's our bad. We bled it. It's okay. And not to mention, I want to bring up another tweet. And this one is even more fucked. Because this is entirely truthful. This person says, worst case scenario has just occurred. VTubers were independent contractors under Vshojo, which means that in the event of bankruptcy, they're the least important party to get paid. No one is getting their money. It's actually over. What a disaster. I could not have said that any better. Because when a company goes under and they go bankrupt, the first thing that happens is they try and divide off all the rest of their assets. And typically, contractors are the last one paid in most bankruptcy suits in America. And since a lot of these people, I'm pretty sure all of them are based in America, they are going to have to fight Vshojo for their money back. They're not going to get a dime. I highly doubt it. And I will be the first one to sit here and update y'all if this changes or anything changes. But to be honest, as of right now, nothing is going to go back to these VTubers. Essentially, they busted their ass off for a company that just robbed them. And now they're indie and have to earn back all of their money that they earn. They have to earn back all of these things that they by themselves earned. Not Vshojo. Vshojo didn't do as much for these people as they would like to say. But I'm not gonna go over all of that because I don't know. I wasn't a part of the agency. I didn't want to be in the first place. I have always been a big proprietor of VTuber groups should be more popular than they are, and right now I am 100% behind that. I feel like all VTuber personalities. I feel like all VTubers should just make a group, sit together, work, build, and grow like that instead of using a VTuber agency where you essentially sign up to get fucked. But we're gonna go over a couple of tweets, a couple of retweets. We're actually gonna go to the VTuber Henri Scarlett. She is like a sister to me. She is one of my best friends, and she made a really good point earlier. Looks like Gunrun is trying to save face by making it clear that half of the money wasn't going to go to charity. If he faces jail time, he'll more than likely be charged for embezzlement than charity fraud, which in all honesty, he should be charged for fraud for this. This is wrong. This is wrong. She is entirely correct. Gunrun reposted Ludwig's tweet about it, which we just saw earlier. Then Gunrun reposted Ironmouse saying that she ended up meeting that goal. Then again, Ironmouse said that she was thrilled that she met the sub goal and that the subathon was over. And all of these people, they knew. He knew. He didn't just say, oh, well, you know, it's whatever, I didn't, like, you know, there's no way I could have known. He literally not only retweeted these people, but he acknowledged these achievements to Ironmouse. And now this boy is trying to say that this doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter because I didn't know. Fuck you. This is not how this works. You don't get to just say, oh, well, I didn't know, whoopsie daisy. That's not how this works. Like I said earlier, I'll point out one of my tweets earlier when I was first reacting to all of this going on. So I said in a tweet, I said, hey, so we robbed you, and instead of fixing it, we tried to pull a Bernie Madoff and it didn't work. Oopsies. Fuck off with this, man. You bled 11 million and never once thought about your talent or their causes. And the fact that you're lying about the 500,000 makes you more guilty. And that cannot be more the truth. This Bernie Madoff and this guy are damn near two peas in a pod. The only difference is this wasn't a stock exchange. This wasn't a broker exchange. This wasn't on Wall Street. This was none of that. This was straight up theft. This was theft of money that wasn't his. This was fraud. This was charity fraud. This was so many different things. I actually am genuinely hoping that he gets some sort of repercussions for what he's done to these people. And honestly, people, honestly, I feel like these people, these VTubers that were in Vshojo are gonna live and move on and have so many better careers. Like, I really feel like they never needed Vshojo. I feel like by themselves, they could have blown up and created such a wide network of fans and everything like that. I will not lie, Vshojo did help boost them, but not enough to justify this. This is dirty. This is what bad people do to good people. And to the VTubers and everybody who was a part of Vshojo, if you ever see this, I just want to say, I am so proud of every single one of you for standing up to a tyrant and walking the fuck off. because you guys deserve so much better than what you've gotten. I cannot begin to say how sorry I am. And I know that I have nothing to do with this, and I know that I don't need to be sorry, but I'm sorry that you guys busted your ass off and worked hard to get where you are just for it all to be taken away. At least you guys got to keep your IPs. At least you guys got to keep your models and your VTubers. And honestly, guys, I hope nothing but the best for these people that moved on. And for Gunrun, your days are fucking numbered, man. Your days are numbered. You will get sued out the ass. I guarantee it. And you are not going to be alone. Because everyone knows that you could not have done this by yourself. So, I genuinely hope that justice is done. Things happen. I'm just hoping for the best outcome here, honestly. So that's going to be it for right now, guys. I will update as time goes on. Things have been changing every hour on the hour for the last 7 hours. So I'm going to keep y'all updated. Remember, you are loved, you are wanted, you are cared for. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.